Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting round of Let's Play a Game with Mortus. Yes, it's been a while since I played World of Tanks. I've played it quite a bit. As you can see, I have a relatively decent stable here. Obviously, there are people that have tons of tanks. I have a decent amount, not too many, done too few. I've started playing this game back in its original closed beta, and it's, had come up leaps and bounds since then. For those who are uninitiated, basically it is a 15-on-15 battle to either capture a point or to kill off the enemy tanks. There are 4 different types of tanks, I think, right? Yeah, okay. You have light tanks, which are tiny and fast and mobile, usually, most of the time. You have medium tanks, which are the, mobile sluggers, like us. You have the heavy tanks, and I'm sorry, there's 5 classes. The heavy tanks, which are these big sluggers that are in there just to rattle things up, and then you have the tank destroyers, which are, wafer thin, but, pack a mean punch. And then you have the artillery, which, just as the name implies, your artillery, you sit in the back, you fire off big explosive HE rounds and try to blow up the other tanks from afar before you get, exploded because you're wimpy as shit. Now, there are 10 tiers, tier 1 through tier 10. When you first start off, you start off with tier 1s, and you have to work your way up. As you can see, on the US side, I've unlocked all of these trees, which you have to do with XP. I can show you here. So say I wanted to go from the T-18, which is a tier 2 TD on the American side. I'd have to have 1,500 or 1,050, sorry, experience. Well, you get experience by playing matches. All the components also cost experience, as you can see. Free experience is what is divvied up between all tanks. You can use them on any tank you want. You can pay real money to exchange that for the free XP, or you collect a little bit every time you play a game. There are the United States, the German line, as you can see I haven't done quite as much there, the French line, which I've only done a little bit so far, and the Russian line, which I only just recently started, so I'm pretty far back on this one. But basically, when you start off with a tiny little tank. Let me see if I have a Hotchkiss to show you here. The Hotchkiss is a tier 2 premium tank, which means that you pay real money gold for it. I got it with some little special they had going on, but it's a tiny little tank with a tiny little gun. And then you get up into the tier 5s. Let's see, tier 5. Well, we have the Chaffee, which is technically not a tier 5. It's more of a tier 7 and a T5 body. Because it's a scout. It's a really fast, really agile, extremely accurate gun on that thing. I mean, it can take down a tier 8, which is beautiful. But, this is a tier 5, slightly bigger gun, slightly bigger hull, things like that. And let's see what else we got here. Like a tier 6, there's a tier 6 medium Russian or a German tank. Then you get up to tier 7s, tier 8s, and so on and so forth. And, yeah, so basically you can just play with whichever one you want. There are different components that you can buy to make things better. It only costs actual money or actual credits. You cannot use real money gold to buy this stuff. You can, however, buy real money consumables. Consumables are like repair kits, first aid kits, which heal up your commander, gunner, driver, things like that if they get injured or killed. You have a fire extinguisher in case you get set on fire, etc., etc. Repair kit to repair a module. And yeah, so I mean, beyond that, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's extremely fun. It's extremely addicting. Once you start getting into the tier 4s and 5s, you just see these big, like this is a tier 9 right now. The M103, it's just one of those where you just see it, you just want to go, I want that. I want to be that tank. So, we're going to go ahead. Let me take a quick look here. Research. I need 185,000 to get to the tier 10 heavy tank on the American side, and I have 13,000. So it'll be a bit of a slog to get there. But on the plus note, I do have all the upgraded components and everything. So we're going to start off with this one, and then we'll just kind of hop around and, you know, see how things go. And hopefully the sound is right. It's been really finicky, so we'll see. Airfield, standard, battle. There are 3 different types of battle: standard, encounter, and assault. On assault, you're either assaulting or defending. Encounter, you're both going for one fixed point. And standard is where, like as you can see in the bottom with the minimap, you have, you know, different attacking. You go for their flag, they go for your flag, and you either cap it or you kill the opposing team to win. As you can see, there are different color coordinated things. I don't know how well that's going to translate with the compression, but the dark blue is the TDs, the light gray is the lights, mediums, and heavies, and the orangish, reddish ones are the artillery. So we've got 3 artillery to deal with, 2 tier 6s, 2 tier 5s on the enemy side, so I need to worry about that. There are 2 different types, or 3 different types around. You've got armor piercing, which does the most penetration. HE does high explosive damage. It does not penetrate all that well. When it does massive damage. But it also is great at taking out modules like tracks and things like that. You can take out tracks and shut people down. You can take out their ammo, their gun, pretty much anything. Of course, if they have a repair kit, they can repair it. And then you have the heat rounds, which are pay-for rounds, the gold ammo rounds. They give you a slight advantage in damage and penetration, but not so much so that it, you know, kills the game. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to get started here. And I do have, as you can see, this, well, you wouldn't know if you hadn't seen the game before, but if you have, you can see that I do have a custom mod. It's the reticle. I like this one better because it shows you up here, it shows the fire reload seconds, the range, how many shells I have, and my hull damage. I just like that better than the stock. Beyond that, everything else is stock. So, the over target markets is the one that comes with the game. And that's pretty much it. So, we're going to roll out. And you have 2 modes. You have third person and cockpit, which you can zoom in 3 times for greater distance and stuff. Eventually you'll learn each tank, what their weak spots are. The tanks all have weak spots. You know, they have driver hatches, gunner hatches, things like that, ammo racks. So you learn where's the best place to shoot them and blow them up. And you aim for that. So, I'm not very good at that. I just kind of shoot at them and hope that they explode. But we'll see. Alright, so we got an AMX 445, which is a French tank, and there's a KP3. I'm going to take a shot at him if I have it. Oh, and I bounced off his hull. That's embarrassing. He's a tier 7, I think. Tier 6, maybe? Tier 7, yeah. There we go. Now, I need to try and stay out of the view of their artillery. Their artillery, oh, he's on fire. Look at his numbers climbing. He's smoking. He's toast. But that artillery can really mess me up real quick. Oh, we got an IS-8 there, which is a tier 9, I do believe. Tier 8 or tier 9? Tier 9. Oh, God, what just hit me? And how is he not dead? That's incredible. Oh, there he goes. Alright, so in order to see the enemy, you either have to be close enough or you have to have someone within radio range to bounce it to you within your radio range. So it's, you know, it all is a matter of placing your tank in the optimal spot. Ah, an ISU-152. That's a tank destroyer. That's what hurt me, so I'm getting the hell away. No touchy. Now, whenever you fire off your gun, you basically paint a target on yourself because everyone can see you within a certain radius. You can get things to counteract that, like camo net, things like that, but that requires you to sit still. And in tanks like mine, you really don't want to sit still for too long. Here and take a look so we can see. Here's our artillery. We're gonna have that IS-8. Ha 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 ha! Play a little peek and poke with this guy. Oh, booch. Damn. Missed him.
We fixed the track. Let's roll.
Oh, they got someone on our flag already? Maybe we haven't even gone after him. I wonder. Do we not have anyone over there? Oh, we don't. Shit. We're gonna have to go back and defend. Rolling back. Hopefully my butt's not showing. And you can autopilot your tank. My hands are completely off right now, which is always a plus. This makes life a little bit easier, especially when you're trying to roll and fire at the same time. You can lock on to targets by right-clicking on them, and they'll say ready to fire. But unless they're sitting still, you don't want to do that because you have no way to aim. You do have to lead things a little bit, not much, but a little bit. Let's roll up on in here, take care of these yahoos. And pretty much everything is destroyable. If I so desire, I can roll through this building. In fact, I will. Peekaboo! Good night. Oh, that wasn't enough. There we go. I was gonna say. Oh, it sucked. Oh, and we got a TD, a little French TD coming our way. I shot him on the top of his hull, which may not have been the best. Booyah! Booyah! Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Oh! No! The 152! Shit! I got a little cocky. The nicest thing, you don't have to wait the battle. You can just move right on, and it'll tell you later what you did, how you did. Let's see. What do I want to play? What do I want to play? I'm gonna play my Chuffy. I love my little Chuffy. It's such a speedy little tank, and it's got just sniper accuracy. It's beautiful, even on the run. But it's also very squishy. It's meant to be a. Oh, good. There's artillery. It's meant to be a scout. So, let's see here, this map again. I hate you, map. I hate this map! Alright, so we got a 12T, got a T50-2. Eventually you'll learn every tank, you'll know what they do. Doesn't take very long. After you play enough rounds, enough battles and whatnot. Alright, time to play Meep Meep on Jeep.
Move out.
And in case you were wondering, this tank right here has 5 machine guns. 5! Got them. 5. Isn't that crazy? A little 2 on the side there, on the side of the turret. Just nuts. Let's open this up. There we go. Locked in. Right. So my main objective right now is to spot out people for these guys to shoot. So I don't want to stop. I want to keep moving at all times. At T50-2, that is another scout. He's grabbing all the good ones. You get points for scouting, you get points for killing, you get points for capping, you get points for pretty much everything you do except dying. C8. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, yeah. Keep on rolling, keep on moving and grooving, because I don't want to stop. Find that. Oh, that hurt. Stupid corn. I'm gonna find that artillery. I won't find it. Stop shooting at me! I bet. Haha! You missed. Ah! You hit my track, you bastard.
Track hit.
Oh no!
Looks like that one went right through. We've got them. Let's go.
No!
Let's get out of here.
Hopefully our artillery pays attention, but I don't think they did because they didn't blow it up. Oh well. I did my part. I scouted. Didn't take out the artillery though, that's kind of disappointing. As you can see, there are stars on each of these. That means every day at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern, you get a double. Your first one of the game gets you double XP. And it's, you know, so you go through, you try and get through all of them. This is my happy little medium tank called the Type 59. This is a pay-for tank. You have to pay money for it, which I did do because it is a money-producing machine. This thing, on average, makes me anywhere from lowest end 35,000 credits to highest end 115,000 credits a match. Whereas other tanks maybe make you 20,000 if you did good. And their repair costs are about 5 to 10,000 each, so you're not making that much bank. So these things are great for making bank. Just like the low is another pay-for tank, which I paid for when they had a special on it. Got it for a nice cheap price. And it's just one of those things where you look at the options, you say, am I going to play this game for long enough to invest money in it? And if you are, well, that's the way that this company thrives, is it makes its money doing that. And with that money, it's been able to blossom, it's been able to grow, and it's starting to venture into other territories. It's making a world of warplanes, which is obviously warplanes, and a world of battleships. And eventually what they're saying is they're going to tie all three games together to have some massive world war kind of thing going on, battle for control, all this stuff. So it's going to be beautiful. And there are clan matches. You could do clan control of an entire map set. I'm not sure exactly how big the map is or how many territories there are that you can control, but you actually earn real money gold for winning those battles and holding the territories. The thing about that is you got to be really dedicated because people are always going to be trying to take your territories. So the clan that I'm in, ours, which is just the Ars clan for Ars Technica, we're just we're just a casual group. We just enjoy playing with each other. So let's see what we have going on here. We have no artillery whatsoever. This is an assault map, as you can see, so I am on the assaulting side. We're going for that flag. The opposing side starts up on that hill there and comes down. You'll learn each map. You'll learn its ins and outs, its highs and lows, and eventually you'll be able to call out targets like you're saying, I'm going village. Well, the village is right down here. Or I'm going hill. Hill is right over here. Going for the train tracks, obviously the train tracks, you either say the east or west side. If you're going for the cubby hole, that's either here or up here, and that's where sometimes the artillery likes to hide, or they like up in the A1, K1 sections. But since we're attacking, I'm going to roll up here and I'm just going to get balls deep. Now, as you can see when I drive through these things here, you can see how my tank turns translucent. Well, that is how you hide yourself. That is how you camouflage. So that way you break radio contact. It makes it harder for you to see. And that poor little guy, he was out there scouting, and really there was no purpose because there's no artillery. So he could have saved his time and just run along this train track and kept people lit up and just pop at him. But, c'est la vie. So we got a Jag Tiger up there, he's not paying attention. So, shot at him there. A KV-5 and a Panther. KV-5, the little R2-D2 is the favorite spot to shoot, unless you suck like me and just hit the train tracks. So we almost got this Jag Tiger. Damn, I bounced off. You can bounce all the slopes on the tank allow it to bounce. The ballistics in this game are pretty realistic, or as realistic as you can get them without going insane. And you can bounce shots, you can ricochet, and stuff. There we go. Got him that time. KV-5s, that's another pay-for tank. It's cheaper than the low, but it doesn't produce as much credits. And it's a little easier to take out because that big module on the front of the tank, which they call the R2D2 because that's what it looks like, pretty much that's a guaranteed penetration. But this is a lot of the game is, you know, trying to juxtapose yourself into a good position so you can hold out.
That's gotta hurt.
Take out as many as you can and then rush once you feel it's safe enough to do so.
Looks like that
See,
one went right
R2D2
through.
works every time. You should pop soon. If not,
Enemies
yep, tracked him.
The main gun is damaged. We can't fire accurately.
Now, my gun is damaged. If I wanted to, I could repair it, which I'm going to. You hold control, you can go down and click on it, and that repairs it automatically. Otherwise, you hit the hotkey for your repair tool, and you select whether you want it to repair. I don't know if I got a shot on him, but I'm going to try.
We didn't penetrate
Okay.
their armor.
At this point, I've had about enough, so I'm going to go balls deep. Probably going to get popped at least once. Oh, he missed. That one didn't. Aha! I knew it.
We nailed it bad. Enemy is hit. That one went right through.
Uh-oh, I'm on fire. Oh! Didn't have time to pop my extinguisher. Oh, I got killed by the D50-2. Oh, that's why nobody rushed over with me. Nobody else went balls deep. That's the problem. You can't really win this game on your own. Occasionally you get the opportunity, but most of the time you got to rely on your teammates. So that didn't work very well. I'm going to play my VK4502P Porsche Osc A because I'm trying to get into the OSB. But it's going to take, again, a long time. I got 4,660 experience. I need 168,720. So, that'll take some time. That loads in. Shut my blinds there. It's getting a little dark outside, and I don't think people need to see me naked. Not that I am naked. Why would I be naked? What are you insinuating? Stop looking at me like that. Or don't. Anyways. So this is a medium dressed in a heavy's armor. It's pretty mobile. Oh, my nose is stuffy. Mobile. But, yeah, I mean, it's nice. I'm going to blow my nose real quick, so I'm going to go ahead and mute this. Be right back.
To roll out.
Much better. Okay, so as I was saying, roll out. As you can see, there are camo patterns. You can use real money gold to buy those, or you can use in-game credits, which just give them for a limited time, like 30 days or something like that. You can buy premium. A premium account is, I think, $15 a month-ish, which gives you, I think it gives you like 800 gold extra. But it gives you double the amount of XP and credits that you would earn if you were just playing regular, you know, without the premium. Which, you know, either way, you could still play either way. I mean, for the longest time, I ran as a free player, completely free, and got a long way before I decided to premium because I just wanted to get into my tanks faster. tank has horrible, horrible gun depression. Literally, that's as far down as it can go. Right there. That's it. That's terrible. But, since we're on the bad side meaning there's only 3 of us here, I'm going to play a little more conservatively. Let's see who's out there. Hello? Not seeing anybody yet. Doesn't mean they're not out there. So I got a low T-34. T-34 is another premium. It used to not be a premium tank. It used to be the Tier 9 American Heavy. But they decided to premium it so they could tweak its numbers because it was such a horrible, horrible tank. Now, not so much. Ow! My turret. Got no joy on that. See, I right-clicked on someone, so now it's going to track them no matter which way I go. But
I don't see the target.
This...
That one didn't go through.
CNN. He's firing 80 rounds. You can tell by the explosion.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
Yeah. So if your ammunition in your gun is not enough to penetrate a tank, it's not going to penetrate the tank. There's not much you can do about it except find a weaker spot or get the hell out. Now, one thing to tell you, the back of the tank is weaker than the front of the tank 90% of the times. Aren't you? Bet you won't do that again. So, the best thing to do is to keep tanks in front of you. If they get behind you, you're... How the hell did he get a shot on? That's incredible. Alright, so I'm getting the fuck out of here. At least, being a target. Place of penetration though. The little circle in the center, if it's red, you're not going to penetrate. If it's yellow, you might. If it's green, you're going to do it. Trying to do it sneaky here. Well, he definitely noticed me. Damn it! Gun depression! I'm gonna roll out here. If I can. Right behind them. Track him. There we go, hitting his backside.
Penetration.
Reverse. Reverse!
Bought the
Ow.
farm. Our
Shit.
accuracy will suffer.
Killed my gunner. He just ran into me for his own death. Damn. Oh well, that's what happens. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll go ahead and pick up another session here in the not too distant future.